Welcome to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Would you tell us your name, please, and your office within the DHHR?
Yes, I'm Monica Hamilton. I'm the Director of Family Assistance Policy.
Monica, welcome. Will you raise your right hand, please? I'm required to swear you. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give the committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you very much, and we're delighted to have you here. Senator from Harrison or Senator from, there are a couple questions on that side of the room.
Oh, you don't? I do. Thank you. I think part of the confusion maybe is that I'm not quite understanding the way we're calculating the positive testing. Were there 6 people who were required to be tested that refused the testing? Is that correct? Or did they refuse to fill out the application?
The 6 people that were tested positive came in and made the application. They answered the questionnaire. They answered one question. You have to answer one question, yes, and you're referred for the drug testing. They went for the drug testing, and they were tested positive.
What kind of drugs? Do you know?
I think most of them that I know of for a fact were marijuana.
Okay. And how many people refused to fill out the questionnaire? Do we have a statistic on that?
I do. We had 10.
So 16 total out of the 125 then, I take it?
No, just
or does
10,
everybody fill
10
out?
Everyone has to fill out the
whole 900?
question. We had a total of 1,005 people make the application. They all had the option to fill out to answer the drug questionnaire. 10 of those people refused to take it. So they were not on benefits for whatever reason.
And I don't mean to make fun of the program, but that means 16 people out of 1,125 we denied benefits to us or put them in the program to get rehabilitated or whatever we do?
That is correct. And out of those, 4 of those are in treatment programs. 1 refused to go to programs, so we don't know what happened. They have not contacted their case manager. We have 2 that are going through the program, and to our knowledge, they're successfully doing the drug treatment program.
That's less than 2%.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm just sitting here trying to gather all this in. Marijuana is the violation. We've actually legalized medical marijuana here in this state, and who knows, one day we might go further. But I guess my next question is, if they're unable to complete the program, and evidently there's some that have not submitted the program, as you just said, what happens to their benefits? Are they cut off?
Yes, sir, but the family could still receive the benefits. They would have to have a protective payee to still receive the benefits for the children.
A protective what?
A protective payee. That means somebody else will receive the benefit for them and take care of the children.
So they'd have to designate somebody to take care and feed their kids?
Yes, sir.
Does that cost us money too?
It's under the TANF block grant, no, sir.
Okay. I'm just curious about all this because marijuana is the only drug we've come up with so far.
As far as I know, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Senator from Wood County have a question for our guest.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a quick question. Do we have data yet on how this particular new law has affected the number of applicants to TANF? Has it?
Are you asking whether it deterred people? Or
yes.
No, sir,
are there fewer applicants, I guess is the best.
We don't have any data for that, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator from Cabell have a question for you.
Thank you, ma'am, for being here today. I'm over here.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Did you say around 2% of the tested population tested positive for marijuana?
We had 6 people that tested positive, and I know for a fact that 2 people tested positive for marijuana. I'm not sure the other ones.
2 out of 1,000?
Well, they weren't. 1,000 weren't tested. 1,000 took the questionnaire. 6 people were tested.
Okay, but 1,000 people is the population that executed this affidavit under the penalty of perjury, right?
Yes, they answered all the questions.
So 2 out of 1,000 would be one way of looking at those numbers tested positive for marijuana?
Yes, sir.
I guarantee the legislature would test higher than that. Well, the House, not the Senate, of course. I guarantee the House would bust that.
All right, this committee is out of order. Senator from Logan, have a question for our guest?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being here. Tell me something. What is there a lag time? You know, if a person, obviously tests positive and you do away with their benefits, is there a lag time from the time that, the next person that's supposed to be able to get those benefits in the family? Does it take how long?
I really can't answer that, but if they test positive, they have to go to a drug treatment center and they can still receive the benefit and they're still included. It's when they choose not to go to the drug treatment center is when we have to find someone else to receive their benefits.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Senator from Harrison, another question?
Yeah, thank you. I was curious, Senator from Brooke and I were just talking, the drug testing requirements of the TANF program, that's not federally mandated, is it?
No, sir.
We did that on our own.
Yes, sir.
And I remember, I think it was Senator from Kanawha that came up with that, and at the time seemed like a good idea. But I guess my next question would be, given what we've done, and I'm not saying we want to do it, I'm just asking the question, given what we've done in recognizing marijuana is not heroin, and it's certainly not a Schedule I narcotic like the feds have it, and it's still a drug, and alcohol's a drug, and there's a lot of drugs out there. But if we were to exclude marijuana from the drugs that would cause a loss of TANF benefits, do you think that would have any effect on the federal government's participation and matching of funds for this program?
I'm not sure that I can answer that question.
Can you ask the question of somebody?
Sure. The federal program doesn't really tell us what we have to test for. We can make that determination. I'm pretty sure that we would have to get their okay to change it right now because we have it in the state plan. But that wouldn't be my determination. That would be the secretary or someone else.
It just seems to me, I'd like to know if we could do that.
It would also require a statutory change because the tested drugs are set out in the statute.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Other questions for our guest? If not, thank you very much for your appearance here today. We'll look forward to having you back.